Welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Heretic on a Black Plague difficulty for the PC, played through GZDoom. We are doing all levels of 1 star as well, and this level is Episode 2, Mission 2, The Lava Pits. Let's begin. Now, the first thing you might see is a rather barren room except for this wand crystal here. So pick it up and you will open up a wall with a lot of things going on in this other room here, including several fire gargoyles and regular gargoyles, which you can deal with in this room. There are also undead warriors throwing axes at you from a peanut gallery, judging your every move. And there is also a new enemy, the Saber Claw. These enemies are basically kind of like demons in Doom, just like the Golem, except they're faster, more formidable, and they take more punishment. So you can probably deal with the fire gargoyle here, but probably not. So we're going to jump down and take note that these little islands here in the lava pits are saturated, while these ones are desaturated. So if you step on the desaturated islands, they will fall to the eponymous lava pits, including the island with the ethereal crossbow and bolts. Sometimes the Saber Claws drop lesser runes, which are ammo for the Hell Staff, which we will get later in this level. But now we're going to pick up the remnants. Yes, we can take damage, it's alright, as long as you don't let the Saber Claws get near you. And we're going to go into this section right here. Now, deal with the Saber Claws. The ethereal crossbow will make short work of them. And you can go here. Now, there aren't a lot of items here, except for like a crystal vial and some ammo if you need it. There's some ammo here, and there's also a yellow key if you want to get it, but you'll have to get through some lava in order to do so. But there's also these crossbow bolts, but we aren't going to get them just yet. We're going to go down here and kill everything that comes in here, because this place has several pickups. Now you might take a bit of damage if you are not prepared for it. I sure took damage, because I wasn't fully prepared for it. But that's okay. Now, you can probably avoid this wall opening up if you do not step into the shadowy area, I believe. But I stepped into it, and I faced the consequences. But at least I got Wings of Wrath, a Quartz Flask, and a Tome of Power out of it, among other things. Now, you will have to use the Wings of Wrath to get out of this trap, I believe. So do that, and you can probably come up here and grab these Ethereal Arrows. Now, when you step on these regularly, they will rise and lower, just like any other lift in the game. You can step up here, and an area will open up, but you can also step here to get another Tome of Power. Might as well use the Wings of Wrath to their fullest potential. Now when you go in here, you'll be greeted by a Shadow Spear, but when you get the Shadow Spear, this Disciple of Despair will reveal. So deal with this Disciple of Despair, and you are pretty much done for this area for the most part. You can use the Wings of Wrath to get over the lava pit safely, and go to this area with the yellow key doors. So open them up, doesn't matter which one, they both lead to the same area. And I believe they both kind of had the same enemies. In fact, you can open them up both. And if you're feeling very ballsy, you can do it at the same time if you want to fight 2 packs of Saber Claws at once. Now, as I said, they both have kind of the same items and the same enemies. So you can go through both of them to deal with both sets of enemies, including these gargoyles on the stairs. Speaking of stairs, pressing this button here will raise these ones, which have more Saber Claws at the top, so you can deal with them here. Now when you go to the top, this part will open up, revealing more gargoyles, regular and fire gargoyles, and I believe more will come out of this area too if you step near that area. Either that or they were there all along. So, deal with all the gargoyles, and you can go in here and get the Dragon Claw, and this funny thing, the Chaos device. What does it do? Well, for the purpose of this video, and to be informative even, I will show you. It sends you right to the very start of the level. Now, it could be useful if you want to escape from a deadly situation, but I don't use it that much myself. But you can if you want. So, you can pick up anything that you don't have, like ammo, and you can go to the right part of this new area which opened up. You can kill the Saber Claw with the newly found Dragon's Claw if you want to be noisy, or you can use the Tome of Power and the Ethereal Crossbow. Now open up this Raven Wall, and you'll have several Disciples of the Sparrow, and the weapon we were unable to use before, the Hell Staff. Now I'm using the Tome of Power. I might as well show off its capabilities. Yeah, this thing is deadly. Speaking of which, we can go into this room and use it on these undead warriors. Finish him off with a crossbow, why not? Now this blue banner here will open up if you want to use it, and it will reveal a Tome of Power. But if you go in here, there is a trap with another Disciple of the Sparrow, which you can deal with properly. Now you can go into the room where the Disciple is to get a quiver of arrows, but there's another Disciple here, and this Disciple is guarding a Morphobum, so you can get that and another trap will not open, I promise you. Now you can go back here and go into this room if you want, and you might as well press this button here because it has some goodies in the other rooms, I believe, to the left. So go here on this left side now, and you'll get a ring of invincibility and several gargoyles and several undead warriors and some golems. In fact, we could probably use the Tome of Power on the crossbow here, or the Hell Staff. Might as well get that AoE style of damage going on. Use it in here too, in the area with the green key, so these ghostly undead warriors won't cause you too much trouble. Now, the one on the left was guarding Gauntlets of the Necromancer, which we might not be able to use that much, except for right here, maybe. So, if we go here, in this part of the barred wall area, we get a map scroll, which reveals the entire map, of course. Now that we have the green key, we can go into this room with several fire gargoyles and regular gargoyles, and deal with them. And now that we dealt with them, we can press this switch, and it will open up the exit, but we don't want to go there yet, because this part of the wall opened up, and it is a secret. We are not done with this level. Now, you can pick up the Athira Arrows here, but if you go to this part, I recommend you turn on your Tome of Power, because several were-dragons will descend from this area. You might want to use Corpse Flax too if you get hit by them. And another bag of holding. I think we got one earlier that I neglected to mention, but that's fine. Now if you open up this wall, it will lead to a portal that takes you to the lava fall area. But this is kind of pointless at this point. But we can pick up these lesser runes. Hey, that's something. But now if we've gone through that area, there's a new area and I recommend you use the Ring of Invulnerability for it, because this Iron Lich is waiting for you. Yeah, these guys become regular enemies from this point on. They were bosses in E1M8, just like in Doom. They become regular enemies. Now this item is a Mystic Urn. What does it do? It restores your health entirely. So if you have 1 HP, you go straight up to 100, which is quite lovely. But we are done with this map. Unfortunately, I was unable to use the Shadow Sphere and the Morphobum, so I will do it by wasting it right here. Unfortunately, there were no enemies I wanted to turn into chickens this time around, because I wanted to be hardcore. But we can press this button again, and finally go through the exit, because we are done with the lava pits. Now, that level, kind of fun. It introduces a few new things, like the Hell Staff for realsies, and the Saber Claws, which are a fun enemy to fight against, as long as you don't let them corner you. But now that we are done with the lava pits, we will be going to the River of Fire, which we will do in the next video. So until then, toodaloo.